Hello, St. John Vianney parishioners. I hope your new year is off to a wonderful start. It's hard to believe that just this weekend we'll bring our liturgical celebration of Christmas to a close with the solemnity of the baptism of the Lord. Speaking of closing up Christmas, I sure could use your help Sunday after the 11 a.m. Mass, as we will be taking down all our decorations. As a little incentive, if you're at that Mass and you're willing to help, we're giving away the poinsettias, and they did really well this year. They're beautiful, so I'd love to be able to give those to you if you're able to help us out after the Sunday Mass. Also, great news, we have the calendars in, hot off the presses. Many of you have been asking about this. They'll be available after every Mass. We ask that we limit ourselves to one per household. If you're not able to join us in person, we'll have some calendars available in the church office, and you're more than welcome to stop by and pick those up next week. Also, I'd like to ask that all of us exercise some caution as we come to church this week. The great news is that our parish safety improvement project is progressing quite well, but now the work is moving into the north parking lot. And so some of those surfaces, along with some of our walking paths, might not be as even as you're accustomed to. So please be very careful as you're walking and driving on campus, and also be aware that some of the entrances and exits that you are accustomed to taking might not be available for you, particularly this weekend, the one on Applegate. So just be careful as you come to Mass and allow yourself perhaps a little more time to get here and a little bit more time to get out of the parking lot. Great opportunity for all of us to practice patience. You might be wondering why I'm filming here in the narthex. Well, this is our vocation corner in the narthex. You'll see behind me all the men and women who are discerning God's call to the priesthood and religious life. And next weekend, throughout our diocese, we have a new initiative called Called by Name Sunday. What it is an acknowledgement that God calls each of us individually and particularly by name to follow him in a very unique way. Some of us he calls to the vocation of the priesthood, others to religious life, and still others to marriage. So we'd like to encourage our young people to listen to that call of God and to discern their own vocation. So as part of this initiative, Bishop Vasquez has asked all of us priests to share with you a little bit about our own vocation story. How was it that we heard the call of God? How did we respond to it? And who encouraged us along the way? Personally, I can tell you the people in my life that planted that seed and encouraged me to at least consider the question if God was calling me to be a priest. And now we want to invite you to be those people, to encourage the young men and women of our parish to consider a call to priesthood and religious life. So when you come to Mass, you'll find these envelopes in your pews. It says Called by Name Sunday. And we'll take some time to open them up. And inside, you'll have the opportunity to write down the name and contact information of somebody you think that God might be calling to the priesthood or religious life. Then Bishop Vasquez and Father Greg Gerhardt will send them a letter of encouragement and an invitation to a further conversation if they choose to do that. But most importantly, we can all participate in this initiative in two ways. The first, for the young people. I ask you to be open to whatever God's calling you to, whether that be priesthood, religious life, vocation, or marriage, or some other vocation. He's calling you to follow him. I ask you to be courageous and generous as you follow that call. For the rest of us, I ask you to join me in prayerfully supporting our young people, that they might hear the voice of God and that they may have the courage to follow him. I thank you all for that. We'll release some more information about this on our parish Facebook. There's a letter from Bishop Vasquez in the bulletin, and you can also check it out on our website. But I look forward to seeing you not only next weekend, but this weekend as you come to Mass. Know that I'm praying for you and all those that you love. Thanks, and God bless you.